Hi, church family. I thank you for your prayers for me, and I'm praying for you. I got my first part of my hand done yesterday, and I'm going back tomorrow. But one of the things I'm praying for a spiritual revival and awakening, and that we would become more holy as He is holy. We're commanded to be holy. And it reminds me of that great vision that Isaiah had in Isaiah 6. Listen to Isaiah 6, 1 through 8. It says, "In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord seated on the throne, lofty and exalted, with the train of his robe filling the temple. Seraphim stood above him, each having 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one would call out to another and say, 'Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory.' And the foundations of the thresholds trembled at the voice of him who called out, while the temple was filling with smoke. Then I said, 'Woe is me, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts.' But then one of the seraphim flew to me with a burning coal in his hands, which he had taken from the altar with tongs. He touched my mouth with it and said, 'Behold, this has touched your lips. Your iniquity is taken away. Your sin is forgiven.' Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?' Then I said, 'Here am I, send me.'" What an amazing passage. There's no other attribute of God that is emphasized 3 times. Holy, holy, holy. This is his true character. And I believe we need to become more acquainted with the God we serve, more than just the rules we follow. You see, when you have rules minus a relationship, it creates rebellion. But rules plus a relationship creates a response. God is holy, and he wants us to be holy. And this scene is so amazing because it was in the year that King Uzziah died. He had been the king for 52 years. He died as a leper. God had struck him with leprosy in the last years of his life, even though he had been a good king for most of his life, but he had become proud and arrogant. And so to be holy is to be humble. Humility is the way to holiness. And Isaiah, the most righteous man in all Israel, goes into the temple during a trying time. The king had died. And he sees the Lord, the King, the true King. And he says, "Woe is me." He pronounces judgment on himself. "I'm a man of unclean lips. I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the Lord." This vision rattled him. But then the seraphim came with a coal that he'd taken with tongs and touched his lips. What a beautiful picture of forgiveness. That had to be painful, but it was cleansing. Your sin is forgiven. Your iniquity is taken away. And so to be holy, we need to have a right view of God. Because when we have a right view of God, it's like that diamond on the black velvet. It causes our sin to become more aware in our lives, and we can confess it. And when we confess it, he's faithful and righteous to forgive us. And then he commissions us. Whom will go for us? And Isaiah says, "Here am I, send me." So Isaiah was forgiven because of God's grace, and we get to be forgiven as well. I hope you're experiencing his grace and forgiveness in a fresh new way, and that we will tell others, we will respond to Christ's commission to tell others about his great love and forgiveness available to all of us. I love you. God bless you.